I wanted to go from like a rinky-dink operation to something I felt really proud of. I remember being on the phone with you and you being like, I'm going to get you to 10K months. Like, that's going to be our deal. And me being like, this is so crazy. Like, what is this guy saying? Like, I honestly didn't believe it. I did not believe it at all. And like, here I'm sitting here, like, just filling out my KPI sheet with that. It's a legitimate business. It's pulling in big money for my family every year. This program will give you everything that you could ever try to cherry pick from like different pieces. It'll change your life.
Yo, what's up, everyone? Today I have an awesome interview with my client, Ashley. Now, Ashley has done what most trainers only wish and dream that they can do. Just last month, Ashley had a $10,000 day. Not a $10,000 month, but a $10,000 day. Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me right now? That's insane. And I am so deeply proud of her and happy for her and excited for her. And this was life-changing, not only for her and her business, but also for her family. Ashley is a mom of two. She lives in Miami, Florida, so you know rent isn't cheap. Before Ashley started the coaching program, she was actually skeptical about joining at first because there's just so many different coaches out there. There's so many different programs out there, etc. But she had faith in me, she had faith in herself, and she had faith in her vision. And we made it happen. Within 90 days, we scaled her business all the way up for her to have a $10,000 day. This interview is amazing, and as you can tell, I'm really pumped and excited for her. So I want you to watch the whole thing all the way through till the end, okay? And if you're a fitness coach or a personal trainer that's looking to take your business online, if you're looking to learn a little bit more about how the online business model works, how to market your business, how to sell your coaching programs, and live the best life you ever dreamed of living, then I highly recommend that you watch the free training that's linked beneath this video. This is the 6-figure masterclass for personal trainers who want to grow and scale their business on Instagram and TikTok. Underneath this video, you'll also see another link to book a free 45-minute strategy call with myself and our team to see if our coaching program will be the right fit for you. The strategy call is 100% free, and it's going to be valuable for you, even if you sign up with us or even if you don't. All right, let's get into the interview. You've done such an amazing job with your business, with building it to where it's at today, to the level of where it's at today. And so many trainers wish and aspire to do what you have done in the past couple of months. Talk a little bit about you and your business and where you were before you started the coaching program.
Working corporate, I really wanted more flexibility to spend with my kids. I wanted to make my own schedule, and I really wanted to help people. I wanted to take all the things that I learned on my health journey and getting me to a place of good health and fitness. And I wanted to share my lessons learned to other people.
Yeah. And what was the hardest part about going full time with your business and becoming your own boss and having that freedom?
So many things. I think, questioning myself. I thought my product was great. I thought my services were great, but I wasn't generating the interest that would sustain me financially. So that was it really messes with your head, messes with your confidence.
Yeah.
And, that was hard. I think what I didn't really know I didn't have, your program helped me with all of the back end operations, all of the software I needed, all of the infrastructure, all of the spreadsheets, the scripts, like everything that I needed to become a top of the line professional. Those are the things I didn't have, and I didn't even know that I needed them. But looking back on where I'm at now versus where I was before I started, like those were the things that were the game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. That's awesome. So doing it on your own for such a period of time, not knowing that you needed the scripts, needed the software, needed all of these fundamental things to make your business a success. When you look back in retrospect, Is it obvious now that you needed these things to have such a successful business?
It's so obvious. It's so obvious. And it's interesting. It's just like any journey that you take. You don't know until you know, but once
Hmm.
you know better, you got to do better. And you know, there are there are certain things, I remember starting out and like my business wasn't successful and I was feeling bad about it. Like I said, I think it can really knock your confidence when things aren't going so well. And I would look at successful businesses and be like, how do they do it? Like, how is it so cohesive? How is it so polished? And that was one of the reasons that I reached out to you initially was I didn't even know that you offered, this type of coaching. And I was just approaching you as, a connection from the past where I had admired how you presented yourself and how you ran your business. And so I just wanted to talk to you like, hey, could I like pay you for an hour of coaching to tell me how this is done? And instead, I signed up with your program and I now know how businesses that are successful present in that glossy way, all the cohesion, all of the back end systems, all of the things, that are so obvious to me now.
Yeah, yeah. You know what's funny is that you reached out just to get some help, right? And then that turned into a sales call. You didn't know it was a sales call, right? But
Yeah.
it was a sales call, and now you know. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because I know fitness coaches are watching this now, and people are inquiring to them about, hey, what are you eating? What kind of workouts are you doing? I love this post. Please tell us, and now that you've been to the program, how that aspect of somebody reaching out to you or just commenting can easily transition into a new client.
Yeah. I remember like something that you really drilled into my head, which was always be closing.
Mm,
You know, anything can turn into that sales call. And like I'm very aversive to being a pushy, like used car salesman, salesperson. I don't want to be like that.
yeah.
And I think it was really it was the mindset coaching that you helped me with, changing it to these people are looking for help. If they're not going to get help from you, they're going to get it from other people. And if you genuinely believe in your ability to have a positive influence on their health journey, then you should be the one to take up their case. It's taking any outreach from people and funneling it into a sales call and turning their interest into dollars.
Mm. And it's that simple.
Yeah.
That's simple. You know, let's just go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. I spoke you up a lot during the intro of this video. So so Ashley, you done which most people wish they can do, which is had a $10,000 day. But what most people don't know is that you've had multiple $10,000 days. It wasn't just one, right? And the question that most trainers may have is how? How did you do it? And I think you just laid out the process, plain and simple, right here. You started conversations with people. Every opportunity was an opportunity to have a call and a conversation because you know you can genuinely help people. I want you to dive a little bit deeper about how did you even have a $10,000 day? What led to that? Just
Mhm.
give us a little bit of a background behind that.
Yeah. Whether it is a DM on Instagram, whether it's a conversation at my kid's school, comment on anything here or there, finding a way that was comfortable for me to fold that into telling them that I could help them and genuinely weeding out if I could help them. It
Yeah.
wasn't for everyone. If that person was an ideal customer for me, and I felt like I could genuinely serve them, funneling them into a call and telling them all the ways that I could help. It's really just following the process that you outline in your program. It was those like exciting spikes of those $10,000 days that happened that were really exciting. But I think it's more like when I look at my KPI sheet, which like I can't even believe I'm saying that, it's like look at me knowing how much money I make every month. Look at me like,
Let's
knowing
go.
yeah, yeah. And it's like, yeah, Yeah, like those are exciting, like jumps in the journey of those
Mhm.
$10,000 days, but it's the residual income. It's all that steady income coming month after month. And, if I have $10,000 days on top of $10,000 months, that's what I'm looking for. I'm in it
Yes.
for the long game. I want the exciting days, but I also want the security of knowing my numbers. I want the security of knowing that like I have that coming in month to month to month.
How has that played a role with your confidence now that you've been in the program, now that you can track your numbers, you see your numbers, you can forecast your numbers for the next month? How has that played a role with your confidence running and operating your business?
Yeah, I'm going to answer that question, but I forgot to mention something earlier, which is I remember when we first started out, and like I said, it like knocked my confidence that I didn't have like all these clients lining up through the door. So my thought was like, I should just make my programs cost less and less and less. And then maybe if I do that, maybe they're going to think that it's worth it. Or maybe like maybe I'm going to get more clients if I just reduce my price.
Mhm.
And you were like, that's not the move. Don't do that, don't do that. And so it was getting those initial sales at the price point that I'm worth. And like
Yeah.
you reminding me of my worth and my value proposition to my clients. And that was the confidence that I needed to feel comfortable stating those figures time after time after time. Just being able to know my numbers, like I said, I wanted to go from like a rinky-dink operation to something I felt really proud of, something that was glossy, something that had the right type of infrastructure to justify the time away from my kids and
Mhm.
all of the hours I spend at a desk. And
Mm.
so, at this point, to be able to confidently know my numbers, to be able to confidently have a process for my leads, to have everything cohesive, it just furthers that feeling of having a legit business. Like
Mm.
this ain't a rinky-dink operation that I'm doing just in my free time. This
Right.
is something that's a legitimate business. It's pulling in big money for my family every year.
Yes, let's not gloss over the fact that you have two kids, right? Like you're doing this, this is your business, you have two kids. And also, let's not gloss over the fact that you spent money on your education, right? To become who you are today. I didn't tell people, but what is your education? Give us some background behind that.
I work as a behavior analyst, so basically assisting people with behavior change.
Hmm.
That's my main educational background. I am a personal trainer and a nutritionist as well, so that's sort of from a background perspective. Yeah,
Where I'm getting at is that you invested in your education, right? And so ideally, when you start working for yourself, you have to charge what you're worth.
yeah,
Have to. You've already put in money to become this person. It's time to reap the benefits from the education and from your initial investment. And when you downplay and downgrade your charge, like how much you charge, you're not doing your self-worth or
yeah,
confidence any justice, right?
yeah. And those student loans don't pay themselves for sure.
No.
Yeah, no. After you get decorated credentials, your postmasters, you sit for board certifications, you're like a big wig, and you feel like I shouldn't have to pay a business coach on top of this. Like I'm a decorated, like legit person. Like people should come to me. And maybe that was just like my own mental trip up, but it was the idea of okay, in psychology school, you have supervisors that help you get your hours for licensure. And in this year of 2022, my big push was pull in mentors and supervisors that are going to help me with my business. I
Hmm.
had them for my education and it served me. I wanted to bring that same layer of benefit into my business.
Hmm. And you did just that. You did just that. You invested in a mentor. And I think for you, within the first 90 days, you had your first big sale. And that was a big sale. I think it was like $3,500 within the first
Yeah.
90 days. That was your very first sale with the coaching program.
Yeah, because like I didn't have the cojones to ask her what I really wanted. But it's like it was that sale that gave me the confidence of like, oh, that was like no problem. The person was like, for sure. And then it's like, okay, from there, it made me more confident.
Yeah. I think, you know what? It's once you have a certification and you have a degree, you have all these decorations, right? What's going to give you that extra bit of confidence, that cherry on top, is understanding the business side of things and actually understanding how to make money online.
Yeah, there's also this ancillary benefit of like having it level you up. You know, it's like every new level of your life requires a new level of commitment and discipline. And I'm serving like all of these clients with like all of these big dollars, and it makes me so much more on top of my stuff. And like I knew that in order to play that big, I needed the right infrastructure. And I was so like, yes, I invested in the coaching so cautiously, right? I remember being on the phone with you and you being like, I'm gonna get you to 10K months. Like that's gonna be our deal. And me being like, this is so crazy. Like, what is this guy saying? Like, I honestly didn't believe it. I did not believe it at all. And like, here I'm sitting here, like just filling out my KPI sheet with that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna let that sink in for a little bit. So for a second, so that people can hear that. Ashley she was skeptical about joining the coaching program. Eyebrow raised coming into the coaching program. But she did it. You had faith in, you had faith in myself, you had faith in the coaching program. And I also came from that integral space because I know for a fact I could genuinely help you. You had the credentials, you had the knowledge. All you really needed is a gentle push in the right direction in order for you to get to your goal.
Yeah, totally. And like as a solo entrepreneur, yeah, we manage our clients, but like we need to manage ourselves too. And it was that extra layer of accountability to like get me to the point of considering myself one of my like employees and like managing myself well and having the right systems to use in order to manage myself and have that accountability to get me where I needed to go. Because sometimes I think we know what we need to do, but it's having the extra set of eyes and the extra layer of accountability to get some of those hard tasks done.
So for trainers right now that are managing themselves with their online business or their in-person training job, what piece of advice do you have for them who are just like, how do I get this to the next level? I know I need to be doing this, but for some reason, I can't get it done.
I would say this to them. I would say, if you want to separate yourself from the masses of trainers out there, you need to have a very professional and very cohesive operating system in the background of your business. And you get that through learning a method. I was super skeptical of joining on with you. It's the best decision that I've ever made for my business. And I'm so happy that I'm able to sit here and like share that. We invest in so many things like willy-nilly here and there, like getting certain guides or joining Fiverr to get like this and that. This program will give you everything that you could ever try to cherry pick from like different pieces in one like beautiful package with a ribbon on top. It'll change your life.
I appreciate you so much.
Yeah.
I so much. No, seriously, because that really does mean a lot to me. I really do appreciate that. And I'm glad that you had that kind of experience with this coaching program and inside of the group, because it's bigger than just making a couple of $100. It's bigger than, oh, I want to grow my following. It's really bossing up into the next version of yourself, because as you said at the beginning, everybody has this idea of who they want to be and how they want to present themselves. And going through this process, going through the course, working with me one-on-one, challenging you, right, to step
Yep.
up, track your numbers, post online when you didn't want to,
Mhm.
review and edit, right, get
Yep.
data, get the feedback, try it again, right?
Mhm.
That led you to where you're at today.
The beauty is that like I will use this system over and over and over, which with each new line of business that I open up, my habit formation programs, my cut back alcohol coaching program, my fitness and nutrition program, my program on helping people establish healthy boundaries. I can apply the same principles on the same sheet of paper that I have through going through your program, and I can build multiple streams of revenue, multiple pillars of my business on the same exact structure.
And that's really cool because once you understand how business works, no one can take that away from you.
Yeah.
You know how to market yourself, you know how to make money, you know how to do the sales calls. No one can ever take that away from you. You can go broke today, start again tomorrow, and build yourself back up because you understand the foundations and the principles to business,
Yes.
marketing, sales, management. Those
Yeah.
are the big three things that you need to know if you're running a successful business: marketing, sales, and management.
And spoon fed to me under the lens of fitness and nutrition, which is my business. I could learn those principles from a book or from somebody else, but getting it through your lens of the industry was exactly what I needed and exactly what transformed my business. I interviewed and worked with different business coaches before you, very seasoned, very legit, but they
Mm-hmm.
were not in the industry, so the information was not applicable to me.
Mm, mm. Wow, that's pretty powerful because I'm sure you could have learned something from them, right? You could have learned the general basic sales, marketing, and management from them. However, when it's applied to the industry that you're in, that makes all the difference. And that's the biggest difference between going to a general practitioner to a specialist.
100%. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Is there anything else you would like to share with anybody who is on the fence right now about joining the coaching program? They're kind of iffy. They're probably skeptical about, this guy, can he really get me to $10,000? Can this coaching program really do that? Can I really be successful like Ashley or any other clients? What piece of advice would you give to the person that has their eyebrow raised right now, that's listening in, that's leaning in, very skeptical? What advice would you give to them?
Really look at your business. And if it is not in the place where you want it to be, you need to go to a source who understands your business and who is a person with integrity and deserves your trust. For me, that was you. I definitely, through the course of knowing you for many years, I know that you're a person of integrity. I know that you're a trustworthy person. So, that is what made me comfortable signing on. I know that not everyone has that history with you, but you're the real deal. I don't know what else to say. It is it is definitely scary to invest in coaching. It has it has paid itself over so many times. Like I've said, just getting the call script from you was worth every penny that I paid.
Mm, mm, mm. And that's something that you can use over and over and over and over again. No one can never take that away from you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
Ashley, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you and I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of
Thank,
you.
thank
You're
you.
crushing it. You're such an inspiration to all the girlies out there, to all
Thank,
the guys out there too. I
thank
mean,
you.
what a boss,
Thank
right? Like what a boss. Seriously, because I know my girlfriend and I, we talk about women not being open to talk about money and
you.
tracking money. She talks about that all the time. And I know that was one of your biggest challenges too, is not talking about money, not tracking money. But I think I told you that the only way you can get to that next level is you have to become aware of how much you're making. You got to become aware of the money itself. If you want to make more money, you have to look at the numbers. I think Robert Kiyosaki said that successful people, they only look at numbers. They see life through numbers. And that has always stuck with me because I'm like, I'm seeing words. I don't see any numbers. But once you look at the data, you can make educated decisions based off of the data.
Undeniable.
Undeniable. Well, awesome job, Ashley.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
It gives me chills every single time when I listen to her testimonial because I know there's a ton of personal trainers and fitness coaches out there that's wanting to do the same exact thing that Ashley has done. If that's you, once again, I highly recommend that you check the links in the description, you book your free 45-minute strategy call with us, and you watch the 6-figure masterclass training video today, right now, right after this video. If you want our help, that's how you'll get our help. That's it for this video. See you in the next one. Peace.